How to use ChatGPT to learn a language. First, I'm going to show you how we can use it to learn a vocabulary. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create a Spanish to English vocabulary list on the theme of cooking. All right, here we go. This is what ChatGPT gave me. Then you can learn these. And what we can do next is you can practice the vocabulary directly with ChatGPT in an interactive format. So we will ask it to help us practice this vocabulary list. They'll only ask you one word at a time, and they will give you the English word and you give the Spanish word. Okay? So, and if you give a wrong word, they'll not tell you the answer. Instead, they'll maybe give you a tip and ask again for the translation of the same word. So, to cook. Let me go ahead and answer that. All right, there we go. So, let's see what happens. ChatGPT says it's correct. Now it's moving on to the next word, as you can see. And let's say you give something wrong. What's going to happen is ChatGPT will tell you what that word actually meant, then that will give you a tip, right? Now you can also use ChatGPT for direct, translation. So you ask it to help, translate some sentences for you. And you can also ask it to provide a selection of alternative translations to see how the same ideas can actually be expressed in different ways. And there you go. I have asked it to do that, and now it has given me some different alternative ways to basically express or convey the same idea. Also, what you can do is you can use ChatGPT to explain grammar and usage. So, for example, if I ask it in the sentence "Vi amico," what is the subject? So, let's say you don't understand why the subject is often omitted in Spanish sentences. So you can ask ChatGPT to explain the specific, grammatical rules and concepts like this, right? All right, so I have another prompt for you where you can create exercises for your language where you can practice. So I've asked it to create me example exercises, and I've given it an example, and I'll ask it not to give a solution in the exercise itself, but later on, I want it to add a solution, a separate section, so I can go ahead and look at that to see if I did the correct thing. So I have prompted it. Let's see the response ChatGPT gives me. Here you go. Let's see if it gives a solution here. Yes, it did. You see, it's literally perfect to go ahead and test your knowledge. Now, the last method I'm going to show you is using ChatGPT as a conversation partner. And I feel like this is the best way to learn a language by actually practicing it in conversations. So I've asked ChatGPT this prompt. Let me go ahead and plug that in while I explain it to you. So I've asked it to be my Spanish conversation partner. It'll only speak to me in Spanish, and the answers will be short, and it will ask you questions. And now here we go. We're going to be talking about Argentina, right? So I'm going to go and converse with it, and it will reply to me, and we'll go back and forth.